What's up? I'm the 1B, and I'm actually in the process of making a texture, or not a texture, a pattern for a thumbnail, a pattern background for a thumbnail. So what we're going to do here is I kind of have an example here, and that's kind of what I have. It was just to give it a test, and this is kind of what I have here. And so we're just going to go ahead, and I'm actually going to delete this so that you can see me do it. I just wanted some angles. This. And the whole idea was I kind of theme the background I've been trying to do in my thumbnails. And this is like a trending upward type situation, kind of like a line graph. So then I have this. I was using the pen tool. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stroke. And I chose 100 last time to get this, which I like. And then what we're going to want to do is I just like to keep these. Actually, let's go there. That's this one here. Block that and hide it. And then so like we'll call this original. I like to keep the original shape. We're going to duplicate, lock this one. Okay, and then we're going to call this working shape. Ooh. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go up to object and we're going to expand this object because as of right now it's a path. You just got this line in there and it's a stroke to make it wide, but we don't want it that way. We want it a solid piece, solid shape. Then we could pick a color, like that one. And we're going to go ahead and duplicate, and we're just going to drag it up. Then we're going to take that, and we're going to change its color again. We'll just change it to green. Like at this point, the colors don't matter. So right now we have that. Hold Control and the left bar symbol. I say bar. It's called a block open. Jeez, I don't even remember what it's called. It's this. That's not it either. It's that. It's an open, it's like a parenthesis, but it's square. Square parenthesis. It's an open one. So that's what I hit, and then that brings this. So if you hit the other one, it puts it in front of that layer. We want it behind it. Okay, and then we'll hit Control D. Give us another one. That, boom, just like that. And then we want to do the same thing again. And we're just going to do this a couple times. I'm just going to go ahead and hit Control D 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Take this one. And let's go ahead and make it orange. This one, like a yellow. This one. And then we just have to go back to them because I didn't send them to the back. Or maybe. Okay, so now we have our shapes. Okay, we want these ones, and we're going to put them about there. And to be honest, the colors aren't really working together. Now that we have them separated, though, we should decide on what colors we're going to use. I like this green, so we're going to take this green. We're going to take this one, this pink one, take this green. And then we're going to take that yellow. V is the select tool. We're going to take this orange. Take the blue. Select the orange color. V again. Select orange. Pick the red. V again. Select the yellow. Now let's go with like pink. A softer pink here. this color. And then we'll take this last one and eyedropper, select this color. Then we're going to take that color. We're going to change it to a purple. Right about there. Okay. So we have this now. Does not quite seem right, does it? Alright. Just the color situation going on. Alright, we're good. Now we have these. Let's go ahead and lock this. Let's go to artboards. We're going to call this line graph v2. Separate one, and then we're going to go line graph. There may be a simpler way to do that. This is just the way that I wanted to try to do it. Like, we're going to call this background. It's line graph v2. 1, 2, graph, background. All right, so how are we going to do the background? That's where we need to be right now. We're going to turn that off. And let's just take a solid color. Gradient. Sure, there's some sort of percent. This one at 50. Just test. Just do a test. Distort. Tag. I don't like it. Let's see. Strokes. Perfect. It's because we don't need to distort it. Oh, it's so small. Brush stroke. I don't think that works for this area here. We're gonna have to do it ourselves. We're gonna have to do it ourselves. It's not a problem. It might be better to be done in Photoshop, but we're gonna try to do it here. Just save this. Save as. F. Let's go ahead and pull this one back. Bring it over here. Right, let's try some stuff here. Eh. Max radius 8. Let's see what it does. It's gotta work. Alright, no problem. This is what happened. How come it didn't take all of them, though? I wonder if only those were selected. Red and yellow and green didn't do anything. In halftone. Undo. Let's just stretch it. This one here. Okay. Right there. Okay. Then we will select it. No. Color. Lock that one for a moment. It's here. Duplicate that for a second. Turn that one off. Select both of them. Object. Clipping mask. Just like that. Okay. Then we want this one. This one. I'm so lost. Turn that off. Okay. So let me. How can I make this stand out from that? I think stroke around them. White one. That. Black. I don't mind that at all, actually. stroke here. 15. I'm not against this at all. I don't mind it. And then I would, once we put it in Photoshop, let's go ahead and save. We actually need to adjustment. Let's go ahead and okay. Line. That there. That. Select this one and this one. What's a group? Right. Ask now object. Make. There we are. This actually has to go on a new artboard. Background. This is line graph. The there. Line graph. V3. Make. See what happens. Just a moment. The whole thing is that. I'm going to select that. Select. It's off slightly. Now, if I select, fine. Save. Photoshop. Okay. File. No. This is actually for something very specific, so we might as well open it up. 35 health recap. File. Save it on my 26. Save. Okay. Text is not necessary. We gotta make text. This background is done. This is health background. All that. It's the health asset. Away. This texture. Hose. All right. Copy this one. And we want to export that one. File, export. This one. And we'll export that one. Pattern section, cancel. Export both of those. Perfect. Then we'll go here, here, to my pictures, graphic design, and patterns. I have way too much stuff in here. I gotta sort this at some point. Pattern. All right, and then actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this into a vector. Smart. Then we will filter, distort. Choose ocean ripple for a second because you could just leave that. Paintbrush, strokes does it. It's because of there's no edges. Dark strokes, sprite strokes, that works. Kind of. That's what we want to see. This one works. I think this one works the best as far as that goes. Let's see what other ones we got here. Sketches, breaks it, stylized, no. Texture. Nope. There might be another way to make this slightly better. Let's go ahead and blur. Let's Gaussian the blur. Go about there. Pull up 40. And then we may have to duplicate this layer. Do it one more time. Just because it was, you could see through. Do it one more time just to make sure. Can't see through it, but that doesn't mean that it's not. Take the filter, distort, go to ocean ripple again. This one does work still, but actually it's not as good. Well, actually it's fine. That's actually good. Perfect. Then we'll go in here and we'll drop this one. The thing I don't like is that this one is wider than the rest of them. But, you know. Yeah, no. Anything I can do to this one, reduce the opacity on it. Not against this luminosity, this color one. It's pretty good. Let's go with that for now. try that. We'll go to poses. I already have the I think. Do I already download it? No, that's an old one. To edit. I have to bring up the video. Let's go ahead and get some of this stuff. That's the video already uploaded. I'm actually going to pull this over here just because I don't know how to upload to this. It's kind of blurry, 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 blurry. They're all blurry. Why did they all end up blurry like that? This one, I guess, is the best. Say. Two people. What's this one? And then I just draw a circle around here with the lasso. I try not to alter these at all, for the most part. I mean, I might shrink it a little bit just to fit it on the section better. But for the most part, I don't like to make too many changes to it. Oh, by the way, I use the lasso tool, and then when I hit mask here, and that cuts it all out. And we're going to take this brush with black, make sure you're on the mask. Down here, that like that. Yeah. Oops. Then I just trace along here. So some people use the pen tool to do this. Some people do background remover. It just really depends on the background. Because like my background tends to be a bunch of different colors with weird lighting. So, you know, I just have to kind of work with it. But there's tons of different ways to remove a background. Obviously, if you have a green screen, that's a really good way to do it. I can't even tell. My cargo pocket. Sometimes I just kind of trace it to see it. There. Yeah, so the way you remove the background really is dependent on you. I'm just using a mouse. I'm not using a drawing tablet or anything. I do have one, but I don't. I've done this by mouse and keyboard so much that I'm used to it. I only really use that for like sketching and drawing, I guess, and digital painting. I don't like I was saying before, is I don't like to alter it too much because I'm trying to give. I want to. These pictures are also like memories for me. So like I want to be able to look back and see my actual self, not some photoshopped version that looks really good. Right? I'm not like whitening my teeth or my eyes or making too many changes. I'm just trying to get it as close to accurate as possible and clean as possible. Clean in this sense, that it's functional for the application, not as in make myself look cleaner. Finding the right brush size is important. If it's too big, it's hard to make accurate. If it's too small, it's too slow, and uh, it allows you to be more detailed. But like you could like see a lot of this circle is this circle fits inside these curves really nice. So here's one thing that I actually do change. I take that out. That's the stylus for my phone. I have a Note 9 and there's a button on the side that allows me to take the picture. So I always get rid of that. I try to work at the level just before becomes picked these graph comes out. Allows me to get as much off as I needed. A little too thick. Oh, here comes somebody.
Backfire.
What? Yes, I'm recording now. My YouTube. Huh? This isn't recording. You don't need that. About to be bedtime. I need coffee at 9:30. Almost done. Then I'll come hang out for a minute. Okay. So yeah, I don't like it there, but here is fine. Like the difference, it's just those lines get in my way. I've gotten good at doing this for, geez, I don't know how many thumbnails. I might have cut my ear off there. I don't know how many thumbnails I've done now. I haven't done these as much as I've done thumbnails. I mean, thumbnails I've created now 100, no, over 400. I uploaded 390 YouTube videos during 2020. And for 2021, I am on pace for over 400. Probably more. I might even get more than that. Oops. Sometimes I just guess on the size, then adjust it. I have no exact measurement on how to pick the size of brush you need. It's all kind of trial and error. Then I just grab the pixel to do clean spots like that. See that there's some stuff there. Kind of learn to see the mess ups and what makes it what looks good. I've done actually this pose quite a bit for my health recaps, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's some muscle memory on the. You try to wear a tank top though, so wearing a shirt is a little bit different. But you muscle memory for some of the lines that I have to clean. Right there, I can't really tell if it's a straight line. It looks like it is. So you'll notice, like I said, is I keep it pretty organic. It's kind of not, it's not a blurry kind of picture, kind of, I guess. My eyes are not really able to be seen. My teeth they're, I brush them, but they're yellow-ish, right? And when I wear a tank top, you can kind of see scarring under my arms from, sometimes I get boils, but I've been really good about using the same cleaning supplies, soap and such, for a long time. So that helps. Because if you change, your body has to adjust, and sometimes they don't react, doesn't react well. So, and I don't fix any of that. I just let it be. Like, that's who I am. Not worried about it. I'm sure some people may, as I say something, somebody might notice it now, but I don't even care. So I have an effect on this layer. So that's why you kind of get this outer line. It's probably actually better to turn that off while you're working. That it's not in your way, but like I said, I've been doing this for so long. So you can kind of tell sometimes when you have some leftover pixel, especially on this background, it's kind of like bright colored, so you can kind of tell. See, like this ear doesn't look quite right. Yeah, it's good enough. I don't add an outline. I just let it be. Now we need some text. I'm going to go ahead and save. Come over here. This is good. Export. No. And open files. We work out text. Then we go lock there. Artboard. 6. There. New. Week 36. And then I just play with it. I just kind of come up with an idea. I'm not really sure. Ever. Usually there's a theme for the week. This week was See, this week's was, I got new weights. So that's a new thing, right? So I could say new weights. But that's probably for next week. Because I'll actually get to use them. I did slack off this week. So I could play Slack Week. Obviously, I kind of think about more catchier because obviously not that I want people to have clickbait, but there's the catchier it is, the more likely they're to click. Even though I don't care if people watch the videos or not, this is all practice and intended for me to get better. But if somebody wants to hire me, they have to know that I understand that there has to be some marketing stuff involved, some search engine optimization, so on and so forth. So let's put we'll put life balance. The reason I choose life balance is because I talk a little bit about here. I like Oswald Heavy. This is something that I've been using. I usually just automatically do it at 150. The reason I say life balance is because this is down here. Balance. You have to resize these. Don't they? Then your alignment stuff will be off. What was I saying about? Oh, the reason I chose life balance is because I talked a little bit about trying to balance between being productive, working out, family, friends, that type of stuff. So that's what we do, and not using time as an excuse. 100 is a good spot. I like that. So typically, this could be cleaner. Like this A and L and this B and A seem to be a little bit wide. Maybe this A and N, this N and C. So maybe it's a little bit wide. Maybe these ones are actually good. And these ones are wide. Now because I mentioned it, something that I'm gonna have to that I could fix. But I'm pretty like slack on that. Obviously, if I would make it look better otherwise. This here. Then I like to make this the same size as the one below. So if this word is close to the same size as this one, that'll allow me to widen it the correct way. So 100 actually feels good here. And that means I shrink this, select those, and we'll select this one, and then we're going to center there. We'll select this one, and we'll go to align the object, and I do it at 40. And then we vertically align like that. And then that's it right there. And then actually seems to be it's probably because of the alignment below this one centered. Is because of these. One of these has to be, I always do one of these to be red to balance. Then I just select the top one and I make sure this, I hit that, gamut color, boom. And right click or select all, Control C, lock that now, save it. Over here, Control V, click OK, shrink it down. Actually make it a little bit bigger. Out there. I like to put it in between the pose and the background because sometimes this will overlay on over that. We're going to need to add some outlines because you can't some stroke because you can't tell. You can't separate it. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and do black, maybe 10. What happens if I do it 10? That make it stand out more? We'll do 10. No. Do 5. We'll do a second stroke. White. So here's the trick though. This one here has the black stroke. So what you need to do is you need to create layers. So when you right click, we'll do that again. Right click on the effects, create layers from them. So now I can turn them on and off, which you could do there too, but this allows you to edit them separately. So here's the deal. This black one, see how the shapes are of the font or the text is squared? When you do the outline, it rounds it. So I don't want that thick blackness. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this one down here. Then we're going to go up here. We're going to select the black layer, black stroke. We're going to mask it. And then now it's gone. Because it's basically what you select is what you're keeping. And when you mask, it sends it away. So now we have this. And I'm actually going to do something here because it's... We're going to actually take this and we're going to copy it there. Because the white up here is thicker than that white. That annoys me. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another effect here. Stroke. We're going to make this one white. We're going to click OK. And we'll create it from there again. And then we'll take it, select this one. We'll mask. And now it's better. Okay, so now you have the white and the black there. And that's it. And then this is a thumbnail ready to go. We have to Control S to save. Then we export. And you can see that I've done all these. So we're on week 36. I've been doing them since week 8. Oh, I think I have a week 7 one in here. So no, I don't. I think it's just 8. We have 36, so minus 8. We're looking at 28. So I have 28 of these ones. Interesting. And we exported, we saved. Then I will come over to my browser. I like to select 50 here because I have so many that are scheduled now. Scheduled out till mid-April right now. Select the one. So typically when I do this, I open up last week's and I just copy all the format and then change the numbers. And then I obviously, my tags and my recording date, people and blogs, upload thumbnails because we have a thumbnail working now, picture, graphic design, thumbnails, out. Okay. Kind of hard to read maybe at that size. But that's just the way it goes. Import from video. Always choose and just type in health recap at this point because I think all the old these are. Choose the last video, and basically this is all set up because I have an end screen that I video edit in, subscribe button, best video for viewer. This is just going to recommend whatever's best for you out of my stuff. And then this is the playlist that's most important related to this video, which is the health recap stuff. And I save. If I have cards, I usually put them in. I'm in the process of coming up with a process for using more cards. I don't have any right now. And then that's it. This is ready to go. So then we go back. This is actually ready. Right here. Then I pick it and I schedule and go live now. Actually, make it public. Publish. And it's done. And you can share it on socials. You can share it. Stop. Wherever you do it. Currently, I just go to my Discord. We have a better health thing in there. I just put it in there. Don't really share it anywhere else right now. Should, but I don't. That's it. So that basically took you from creating the pattern, the little asset, to creating the pattern, taking that in pattern and putting it into Photoshop and putting some effects on it, and then taking my selfie and cutting that out, my text for the thumbnail, and how I come up with it, and importing it into Photoshop, and adding its effects, and exporting and uploading to YouTube. I mean, that's literally the whole process for my thumbnail for my health recap videos. So that's pretty much it. That's kind of what I wanted to go through. That was about an hour video. So I guess it takes me about an hour, I think. And that doesn't include video editing, which usually takes me probably about that. That's every week. So, and it's pretty streamlined for me. The longest part is making the pattern because I've already, I don't have the pre-made patterns. I do have pre-made patterns. If you look here, it says background textures. There's tons in here. Sometimes I reuse them, but more recently I've been trying to theme them. And yeah, come up with a bunch of new ones. So again, thanks for checking out my stuff. This was how I create my health recap thumbnails, and there's going to be more stuff coming. I have lots of stuff to make. So everybody enjoy your week or whatever, and I will talk to you later. Peace. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, please click the circle in the middle to subscribe. The rectangle on your left is another video. The rectangle on your right is a playlist of other videos that you may enjoy. Thanks again. Peace.